The war on Iran has been going on for more than a month. After the first meeting, no result, no agreement. And the attacks on Iran and attacks on Israel continues. This is going to be bad for the global economy. And the IMF has recently voiced out the concerns that the adverse impact. In recent months or recent weeks, we have seen that a lot of leaders, be it going to China for visit or talk to China foreign minister via phones. What does this mean? It means that, from what I see, there's a high probability of China going to take some actions in settling this war in Iran. Hi, Leslie Koo here. If the war on Iran, because of its impact on the oil prices and oil supply, is going to have a long-term as well as huge negative impact on the global economy. China, it seems that is likely to take some actions going forward if there is, for example, if the second meeting, which has been surfacing recently, also leads to nothing. So China, I believe it is going to take some actions. Now that it has, I believe it has backings from the Gulf countries. As we can see the recent visit of the UAE leaders, as well as the backing from Russia as well. So what can China do? I would think that the first round, China will tell Iran, okay, since the US is concerned about your uranium, let's give a proposals on uranium, on voice out your concerns, so on and so forth. And on the US, it has to guarantee that there is genuinely no more attacks on Iran from the US or from Israel, as well as Israel not attacking the neighboring countries. So all this have to put down so that Iran is willing to at least opening up or not blocking the Strait of Hormuz. At the same time, the US military has to back off and not blocking the Strait of Hormuz. Let or a certain number of oil tankers move out of the strait and deliver the necessary oil to the other countries. And if this does not lead to any fruitful results in terms of ceasefire, then China will have to take more aggressive actions. Why is that so? Because Iran, the strategic locations, is vital to the Belt Road Initiative. Because if you can see, the goods from China move out of China to go to Central Asia and will stop at Iran. And from Iran, then it goes to Europe or to Africa via Egypt. So it's very critical that Iran is not in war. That is on top of the oil from Iran. So this is very critical for China to make sure that Iran is not at war. Then what are the options in the second round of getting the US and Iran or the related parties to sit down and talk? I would think that, of course, one option is rare earth, because rare earth is used for missiles or weapon manufacturing, then China can say that, well, I'm going to limit the rare earth exports because it is going to be used for missiles as well as other weapons. So that is one option. And while doing that, limiting the rare earth exports, China also intensify its military participation or actions movement in the South China Seas. And in that move, Russia and North Korea are likely to be involved. If this is to have a negative impact on the US, I believe Russia and North Korea are more than happy to do it. So, and that will give some stress, or a lot of stress, to the already stretched US Navy. So, rare exports and intensify the military actions movements in the South China Sea. So these are the two options that China can do in the second round if the first round doesn't work. But then, of course, whether China will do it or not, that's another story. But these are the options that it can have. Because it is very important for the war on Iran to end as soon as possible, given its devastating impact on the world economy. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.